Risk Management Chapter 5. Case Studies and Examples. This chapter illustrates the following subtopics. Case Studies and Examples. Real-world examples of successful risk management strategies. Lessons learned from risk management failures. Subtopic 1. Case Studies and Examples. Here are a few case studies and examples that illustrate the application of risk management in different industries. 1. Deepwater Horizon oil spill. The Deepwater Horizon oil rig explosion in 2010 resulted in one of the largest environmental disasters in history. This incident highlighted the importance of effective risk management in the oil and gas industry. It demonstrated the need for rigorous risk assessments, contingency planning, and well-defined response strategies to mitigate the impact of such incidents. 2. Volkswagen emissions scandal. In 2015, Volkswagen was involved in a major scandal when it was discovered that the company had installed software in their diesel vehicles to manipulate emission tests. This case highlighted the significance of risk identification and assessment in the automotive industry. It emphasized the need for robust control mechanisms, ethical considerations, and transparent reporting to manage and mitigate risks related to compliance, reputation, and legal liabilities. 3. Target data breach. In 2013, Target, a large retail company, experienced a significant data breach that compromised the personal and financial information of millions of customers. This case underscored the importance of risk mitigation and cybersecurity in the retail industry. It emphasized the need for proactive measures, such as regular vulnerability assessments, security audits, and incident response plans, to protect customer data and prevent such breaches. 4. Boeing 737 MAX crashes. The crashes of two Boeing 737 MAX airplanes in 2018 and 2019 raised serious concerns about aircraft safety and the importance of risk management in the aviation industry. Investigations revealed design flaws and inadequate pilot training related to a new automated system. This case highlighted the criticality of risk analysis, testing, and ongoing monitoring to ensure the safety of complex systems and the need for effective communication between stakeholders. 5. Pharmaceutical drug recalls. Various pharmaceutical companies have experienced significant product recalls due to safety issues or manufacturing defects. These cases emphasize the importance of risk assessment and quality control in the pharmaceutical industry. They highlight the need for stringent processes, quality assurance, and regulatory compliance to minimize the risks associated with product safety and public health. These case studies demonstrate the real-world implications of risk management and the consequences of inadequate risk mitigation strategies. They serve as reminders that effective risk management practices are essential for safeguarding organizations, protecting stakeholders, maintaining compliance, and preserving reputation. Each industry faces unique risks, and these examples showcase the importance of tailored risk management approaches in specific contexts. Subtopic 2. Real-world examples of successful risk management strategies. Here are a few real-world examples of successful risk management strategies implemented by organizations. 1. Johnson & Johnson's Tylenol crisis response. In 1982, Johnson & Johnson faced a major crisis when 7 people died after consuming Tylenol capsules that had been tampered with and laced with cyanide. The company quickly responded by recalling approximately 31 million bottles of Tylenol, which amounted to over $100 million in losses. This immediate and decisive action demonstrated their commitment to customer safety and helped regain public trust. Johnson & Johnson's crisis response is often cited as a textbook example of effective risk management and crisis communication. 2. Disney's hurricane preparedness. The Walt Disney Company is known for its meticulous risk management practices, particularly in dealing with natural disasters. When Hurricane Irma was approaching Florida in 2017, Disney World took proactive measures to ensure the safety of its guests and employees. This included timely communication, flexible ticket policies, early park closures, and comprehensive emergency preparedness plans. By prioritizing the safety of visitors and taking swift action, Disney successfully mitigated the risks associated with the hurricane. 3. Toyota's supply chain risk management. Toyota has implemented robust risk management strategies within its supply chain. In the aftermath of the 2011 earthquake and tsunami in Japan, Toyota's supply chain was severely disrupted. However, due to their proactive risk management practices, including diversification of suppliers, contingency planning, and inventory management, Toyota was able to recover relatively quickly compared to other automakers. Their emphasis on supply chain resilience and risk mitigation helped minimize the impact of the natural disaster. 4. Delta Airlines fuel hedging strategy. Delta Airlines implemented a successful fuel hedging strategy to manage the risks associated with volatile fuel prices. By entering into long-term contracts to purchase fuel at fixed prices, Delta was able to mitigate the impact of sudden price increases in the oil market. This strategy provided stability in their fuel costs and allowed them to better plan and manage their financials, even during periods of significant fuel price fluctuations. 5. NASA's risk management for space exploration. NASA has a comprehensive risk management framework in place for space exploration missions. Their risk management strategies involve extensive risk identification, analysis, and mitigation measures. For example, during the Apollo moon missions, NASA implemented redundant systems and backup plans to ensure the safety of astronauts and mission success. Their rigorous risk management approach has contributed to the successful execution of complex space missions over the years. These examples demonstrate how effective risk management strategies can help organizations navigate challenges, protect their stakeholders, and maintain business continuity. Successful risk management involves proactive planning, timely response, clear communication, and a commitment to continuous improvement. By learning from these examples, organizations can gain insights into best practices and adapt them to their specific industry and risk landscape. Subtopic 3. Lessons learned from risk management failures. Risk management failures can have significant consequences for organizations, highlighting the importance of effective risk management practices. Here are some key lessons learned from past risk management failures. 1. Inadequate risk assessment. Many risk management failures can be traced back to a lack of thorough risk assessment. Failing to identify and assess risks comprehensively can lead to unforeseen events and their negative impacts. Lesson: conduct a comprehensive and systematic risk assessment process that considers all potential risks, their likelihood, and potential consequences. 2. Ignoring warning signs. Neglecting early warning signs or failing to respond to red flags can amplify risks and their impact. Ignoring or downplaying warning signs can result in missed opportunities for intervention and mitigation. Lesson: establish robust monitoring systems and mechanisms to track risk indicators and early warning signs. Act promptly and decisively when warning signs emerge. 3. Lack of contingency planning. Failing to develop contingency plans for potential risks leaves organizations ill-prepared to respond effectively when risks materialize. Without a well-defined plan, organizations struggle to mitigate or recover from unforeseen events. Lesson: develop comprehensive contingency plans that outline specific actions to be taken in response to identified risks. Regularly review and update these plans to ensure their relevance and effectiveness. 4. Poor communication and stakeholder engagement. Inadequate communication and engagement with stakeholders can hinder risk management efforts. Failing to involve relevant parties, address concerns, and provide timely and transparent information can erode trust and hinder collaboration in managing risks. Lesson: establish effective communication channels, engage stakeholders proactively, and foster a culture of transparency and open dialogue. 5. Over-reliance on risk mitigation strategies. Relying too heavily on risk mitigation strategies without considering the possibility of residual risks can leave organizations vulnerable. Focusing solely on risk avoidance or mitigation may lead to a false sense of security and neglect of other critical risk management aspects. Lesson: adopt a balanced approach to risk management that includes a range of strategies, such as risk avoidance, mitigation, transfer, and acceptance. Regularly reassess risks to identify new or evolving threats. 6. Lack of accountability and responsibility. Failing to assign clear accountability and responsibility for risk management can result in gaps and oversights. Without designated individuals or teams responsible for risk management, risks may go unnoticed or unaddressed. Lesson: clearly define roles and responsibilities for risk management at all levels of the organization. Ensure that individuals and teams understand their roles and have the necessary resources and authority to manage risks effectively. 7. Inadequate risk monitoring and evaluation. Insufficient monitoring and evaluation of risks can hinder the effectiveness of risk management efforts. Without ongoing assessment and review, organizations may miss emerging risks or fail to recognize changes in the risk landscape. Lesson: implement a robust risk monitoring system that regularly tracks and evaluates risks. Continuously review and improve risk management processes based on lessons learned and feedback. These lessons emphasize the need for a proactive, systematic, and comprehensive approach to risk management. By learning from past failures and addressing these key areas, organizations can enhance their risk management practices and improve their ability to anticipate, mitigate, and respond to risks effectively. End of Chapter 5. Up next, Chapter 6, Implementing Risk Management in Your Organization.